Moe was born probably to an unregulated breeder in Oman, and a lot of these places are really terrible. Now, she was probably taken there as a kitten, and eventually, I guess, got cat flu. It could have been from the pet shop itself, or it could have been from one of her litter mates. Now, with untreated cat flu, blindness is a side effect, unfortunately, and she probably went blind in the first few months of her life. Thankfully for her, a lady actually did a sweep of the pet shops before leaving the country, telling a bit of a lie and saying, I'm going to get them health checked and I'll bring them right back, but then left the country the next day. And Moe was one of the lucky ones who was taken out and taken to a local vets who do a lot of pro bono work for rescue. And they basically saved her life. And I was actually in there one weekend just shopping for my first rescue cat, Luna, who I'd adopted from the same vets. And they said to me, oh, we have this 1-year-old blind Persian. I thought, well, not really. I'm not interested in a blind cat. I'd love a companion for Luna, but a blind cat sounds too difficult. So I went away again, came back a couple of days later, and I said, oh, we've still got this 1-year-old blind cat. And the reason they were asking me was because they knew I was a very responsible cat owner. So I said, okay, look, I'll just go and see her. And I went into the room. I was surprised that she was walking around the room confidently. I don't know what I expected, but I thought, oh, a blind cat must just sit in the corner and do nothing. But no, she was walking around the room confident. And I crouched down next to her to stroke her. And she just flopped over for a belly rub and started purring and purring and purring. And I was sold straight away. I literally walked out 5 minutes later and said, yes, I'll have her. She settled in very quickly. I had them separate at the time. I had only a small apartment. So it was a 1-bedroom apartment with a kitchen and a sort of living, dining and a bedroom. So I kept her in the kitchen just for the first evening. And I had a friend over for dinner and we kept popping in and seeing how she was. And she was doing really well. She found her litter box. She found her food, her water. The next day, she stayed in the kitchen. But the day after that, she was desperate to get out. And Luna, my original cat, was desperate to meet her. So I thought, okay, well, I know they say take it very slowly, but I opened the door tentatively and they seemed to hit it off very quickly. There was a little hiss or two, but actually they bonded pretty quickly. So I was very impressed. So within 3-4 days, she was out exploring the apartment like a pro. She doesn't let her blindness slow her down at all. She gets around. I now move into a bigger house and she had that down in a whole week. You know, it was stairs that she'd never encountered, different bedrooms. She's very sweet-natured, very, very good-natured. She's a bit of a diva, have to say. She does demand a lot of attention, a lot of playtime. And I think that's because, unlike sighted cats, she can't sit and look at her environment particularly. So she's going to get bored a lot quicker than other cats would. I had, in my old apartment, I had a little glass fruit bowl on the coffee table. And obviously it usually had fruit in it. And one day it was empty and she jumped up onto the table and settled down in the fruit bowl. And then that was it. That became her bed. And then I moved into this new house and the fruit bowl didn't really go with the decor. So I got rid of the fruit bowl and she kept jumping onto the coffee table like, where's my bed? Late 2021. And somebody tagged Moe on Twitter and said, oh, this cat looks just like Moe, the blind cat. So I clicked on the link and had a look. And there's this face looking at me in the screen. And I'm thinking, wow, that really does look like Moe. But it was more than that. That little face sort of looked through the screen and sort of touched my soul. So I got in touch with the shelter and they said, oh, we've had lots and lots of people interested, but nobody's suitable. So I put a little bit about, you know, this conversation on Twitter and everybody was saying, oh, apply, you must apply. It's amazing how they will flourish in a loving home.